up, peoples? I got we are staying here in the crib. I made some fresh. You can't see them, unfortunately. The camera. Made some fresh nuggets with real chicken breast. Real chicken breast. None of that pink slime shit, you know.
Pink what?
Slime. It's lightly seasoned and you know, ready. Also crafted a fucking brand new sauce straight from the garden peppers. Uchu Creams in their early stage, so they were still nice and white. And also some Diavoliccio Calabreses. A little bit of pineapple, you know, some pink Himalayan salt, some white vinegar. Bam! Smack them with a little splash of ginger root. And we're gonna try this right now. Haven't tasted this yet. I haven't tasted this yet. This is fresh off the press. So.
Oh, wait, what? You gotta do, we gotta do hot sauce?
Yeah, I just made this.
Oh, you made that?
Yep.
That's what you just made?
Just made it.
Yes.
We're gonna try it here live.
It hurts. It stings.
I'm thinking it's gonna be nice and nice and hot. Nice consistency.
Nah. Alright.
Such a random thing to
Okay, I'm liking this. It's got a good amount of heat to it. It's got a good amount of heat to it. Not hot.
It's a dropper.
It's tasty. I like it. It's a nice pepper flavor. Like I said, the pineapple's not overpowering. And it's got like a slow heat.
The heat just attacked me like straight off the bat, like pow.
Yeah, it's just right on the back.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Good.
Gave me hiccups.
Oh, it's the juice. What the hell? The heat is nice. I like it.
More of that. That's mine. Yeah, I know. Think of something.
Ooh, holy shit. This is really good.
Nice and hot.
Oh man, the heat comes after.
Not for me.
For me, the heat just hits right off
The
the bat.
heat, the heat came and it
It's
left
not
me.
overpowering hot.
Yo, Dad, you might have just made a fucking multi-textural sauce.
That shit is banging.
Wow.
It's like a tip tongue, middle tongue burn. It's not super intense. It's not tongue numbing, but it is tongue.
Does it like
tingling.
linger like for everybody?
It's got my forehead sweating.
It's not lingering for me. It hit me and then just.
Well, I'm also eating a lot more of it than you guys
I put quite a bit on this one.
are. And it probably is. My tongue is probably tingling because I'm drinking, you know, carbonated beverage. Voodoo Ranger Tropic Force.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. No, we're not sponsored by them. I don't want anybody to think that at all. I just like Voodoo Ranger Tropic Force IPAs. I'm dead serious. Even though the music sounds like this is an ad, in the middle of the night, I woke up. I was looking
Now
web,
you're making that.
and right, the lights were off, so I couldn't see anything. But I remembered in the refrigerator was Voodoo Ranger Tropic Force. I immediately stumbled into the kitchen, opened up the refrigerator, light cracked outside of the box of the refrigerator into the darkness, and I saw inside of that refrigerator on the second shelf. Food Ranger Tropic Force.
Not sponsored.
I'm just joking. We're not sponsored by them at all. I just thought the music
Yo,
sounded
that
kinda
fucking
funny.
sauce is awesome.
It is awesome.
I love
Say it
that
make me
shit.
cry though. Why am I not crying?
I don't want to cry about
That just revs me up.
Let's see what
No,
you
actually, that just revs me up. I'm like high energy all of a
He's
sudden.
Fortniting off.
I was just tired a second ago. Well, I will way the hell up from that.
I must have more. I only made one bottle. I just wanted to test things.
Alright, we got one. Well, that one bottle you made is quite a few, yeah. I like that. Holy shit. Burns. It's different.
The peppers. I've never had peppers like these before.
I just don't like the fact that it takes so many drops.
Like that fruity hint has to be one of the peppers. Cause I can taste the pineapple, you know, in the background, like sort of like a little blanket. You know what I'm saying? And then the pepper. Whew. That pepper
hits your tongue and it says, hey, listen. Listen.
I know.
I'm about to be high. Not super fast high. But you're gonna, this is good.
It's really fucking good.
Oh, I can come up with 100,000 sauces with that pepper alone. And those plants produce a lot of peppers. So one bottle, I might have picked about maybe 15 of those little tiny peppers. Maybe
What's
like,
that mean you used?
maybe like 10 of those little tiny white ones. Now those white ones, when they turn red, I'm gonna make the new Shangos with those. They're the Asian peppers. That's what I use the Thai chili. Holy shit, my forehead is sweating. This has a nice heat, and the flavor is good. And it's simple ingredients, folks. It's simple ingredients, nothing complex. 2 types of pepper, white vinegar, pink Himalaya salt, a little bit of fresh ginger root, and a goddamn piece of fresh pineapple. Not that shit in the can.
It's so fresh.
That last one's mine.
Yep. Fresh hot pepper, bro, this is so fucking
I'm gonna have to fry some pork and see if it's good on pork. too.
Yes, man.
There's gonna be
I
no
agree.
sauce left by the end of this day. Probably not. I'm gonna fry up so much
We
stuff.
almost nearly a quarter now.
Look at this, folks. This is how much is left so far. Now this shit was full to the tippy top, right? We've already gone through the neck. And it's spicy. And it's got nice heat. It has really nice heat. The flavor is banging.
I'll buy it. Absolutely. Yeah, obviously.
I'm gonna fall asleep.
No, there's actually Dr. Doom for that one. That shows up randomly.
Oh yes, the name of it is Pina Uchu Diablo. That's what I'm calling it.
Big letters.
And I think I am gonna
What are you
make
calling it?
pineapple Uchu, whatever the fuck that means. Diablo, which I think means devil.
Woo!
You don't even know what
It's burning the gum of my tooth. How the hell is it burning a tooth gum?
That's what it's been. That's what it's doing to me too.
Whew. Listen, this sauce ain't no joke.
They're aware of us.
It's not a joke. It's almost got like a. It's definitely not anything like a a Scotch bonnet, or a scorpion.
Almost said. Never mind, I dropped
The
one.
heat is about,
Thought I popped the big bomb.
I'd say, the low end
Right
of
here.
a habanero.
One just jumped off.
Yeah. But it's a slow, well, for me anyway, I don't know about my son, I guess he can describe it himself. But for me, it's like, you get the heat at first, but it's not as intense as it's gonna get. Like, for me, it gets hotter, and then it lingers and lasts. Like, right now, my mouth is still burning.
Yeah.
My mouth is still burning. But not like, oh, I gotta drink some milk burn. It's like, I like this burn. And, you know, the sweat's still beating up on the old forehead here and shit. It's a good burning sauce. But it's
One of them doesn't make
flavor.
Jeff happy.
You get to taste the peppers. You get to taste. These music keep sounding like commercials.
Yeah, like-
I don't like it. It's making me mad. Like,
You
stop.
get to taste.
So it's all getting all fucking like intense with that little part. You get to taste it, and I can't even talk and be serious
Fucking
now.
Italian is what I Oh no.
All right, here we go.
They revived also.
Now,
again.
like I was saying, you get to taste the peppers. You get to taste the pineapple. The ginger, you don't taste it.
You're
Like the
right.
ginger, why I like to use ginger, I'll tell you folks why I like to use fresh ginger. Fresh.
Ooh, hit him for 9.
Not ginger powder, not granulated ginger. Fresh ginger.
Do you need help with that, guy?
Why?
Fresh.
Really hurt.
And it's just, maybe I'm just thinking this and it doesn't really do any of the things I'm going to tell you that it does. So I'm not saying that these claims are to be taken as fact, okay?
Got him.
Take them as my opinion, strongly backed by the fact that I've been making sauces with it since I've been making sauces. And it seems to like isolate each flavor and enhance them at the same time without them colliding with each other and just being a mash of, I can't taste any of the stuff he said is in this. No, you're gonna taste Uchu Cream peppers, early Uchu Creams, and you're gonna taste
Yo, we're
ripe Diavoliccio Calabrese, and with a hint of pineapple. It's not a sweet sauce. You're probably thinking, oh, pineapple means it's gonna be a sugary sweet sauce. No, it's not sweet. It's not. Hint of pineapple. Just a hint. Sort of like kind of like that little bit of tanginess that you get from a pineapple. You're getting that. You're getting that note mixed in with the fruitiness, I believe, is coming from the Diavoliccio. It could be from the Uchus. I gotta look back up again and see. These are the first time I've ever grown either of these two peppers. In fact, this is the first time that I have been able to, I am done with this fucking music. I am so done with this fucking music. Every song sounds like a goddamn commercial. Every time I'm explaining shit, it's like, how do I take me serious? I'm gonna go with my music. Fuck all this dumb shit.
might be able to in the 90 seconds, I don't know. Probably
Go with the last song I made. Hit him in the face with it.
What?
Let's go. Anyway, like I was saying.
Yeah, the song you're rating on making.
Why am I fucking
No more of this overly dramatic commercial sounding music because we don't do commercials here.
Yeah,
We
they're
tell
all good.
facts.
But it's fine.
And the fact is, I just made this sauce. I just picked the peppers today. I went to the store, bought some fresh
He did
pineapple.
everything fresh.
You know what I'm saying? Everything was fresh, folks.
Not one thing there.
Everything was fresh.
Oh, we won.
Except for the Himalayan salt, which I
they
don't
trade
know
still?
if there's a difference between fresh salt and salt you buy in the store.
Great job.
If so, then, I'll try to get fresh Himalayan salt the next time I fly over to the Himalayan mountains and shit, I'm always over there just chillaxing and hanging out with, the monks and shit. That's what we do. And I bless them with hot sauce made from their salt. And they're like, holy shit, this brings us, to a state of nirvana because it's so good.
You clutch, you say. You clutch, you
The flavors pair so well. Now I know what you're thinking. This guy is talking out of his fucking ass. I'm not talking out of my ass. My ass is sitting in the chair. I'm talking from my face. And the words from my face are true. They are true. You will love this sauce if you try it. Now, we have to do more research. we have to do more research, okay? We have to do more research because this is the first time. Listen. All right, boom. It's the first time that I've actually grown my peppers to completion and made a sauce from them.
He's back here.
And these peppers,
Well, actually, not back here. He kind of got
I'm
here
not gonna
right
tell you
before
exactly where I got them from because it's none of your business. I don't want you, trying to make the same kind of hot sauces that I make. You know, I'm okay with you making hot sauce. That's cool. That's fine. I'm glad that you do that. But don't do it with my peppers that I'm gonna get from my source, the seeds, grow them in a nice big pepper patch. In fact, because this has seemed to be successful, I'm waiting for those black mambas to fucking pop because boy, oh boy, I know they are gonna be hot. They look so fucking angry. They look mad. They look like they're mad that they're growing. And they start off little, but like within 2 or 3 days, they're like 2 or 3 inches from top to bottom. These are big. And I know they're gonna be hot. And man, I mean, they're called Italian black mambas. Black mamba's like a really poisonous snake. One of the most, if not the most poisonous snake in the world. So these peppers, they're probably gonna have a sting on them that's gonna make me cry.
Yeah.
And I'm worried about it because
Like that shit
these
just got
Diavoliccio Calabrese are supposed to have a heat, an SHU, I think, of about 150 to 200,000. And they taste every bit of that. Although, I'm almost inclined to say they're a little bit hot than that. I don't know if the environment here stressed them more than their native region of Calabria in Italy. Yes, folks, these are Italian peppers. The Uchu Creams are Japanese peppers. So the Japanese peppers met up with my, Italian peppers, and they was like, yo, what's good? And the Italian peppers was like, we chillin', man. Like, what's good with you? He's like, yo, there's some pineapple, And this guy is walking around talking about Peppersauce and stuff. So I'm assuming he's about to put us with you and stuff. And they was cool with it. They was cool with it. They was partying. You know what I'm saying? They're partying now. In my mouth, taste buds dancing like it's a fucking nightclub.
We can't crave when we don't have.
And now the heat has faded. But there's still a little bit of a tingle on the tongue.
You did get them low. You broke like 2.
A tingle that I like naturally. I don't like when people use that capsaicin or whatever that other extract is. I see it a lot in hot sauces from South and Central America. Actually South America. This particular extract, which is like highly potent capsaicin oil. So it's natural. It's not like it's unnatural or anything like that. But there's no need for it. You can get the heat from the pepper if you do it right. One of the things that I was always told is that you stress the plant. Right. Now I don't have to do that to the plant myself because this weather where we're at, I'm sure stressed the plant enough. Like one day it's all nice and hot, steamy, and then nighttime comes and the temperature wants to drop down and shit, and that's not cool. That's not cool at all. But it happens. But yeah. So the rest of the day, we're gonna be doing a few more streams. And I know you guys are probably like, why is this guy showing us his damn screen and there's nothing on it? So let me stop doing that and zoom us in all the way. There we go. Right, boom, check this out. I might do some live storytelling, perhaps, maybe. If my son has inspired me to do so, I will. They're usually the reason I do tell stories. Like, huh? What?
You know that big mean pepper?
Yeah.
What kind of sauce is that gonna be? And how hot is that?
I'm not sure yet because I haven't read the flavor profile of that particular pepper. I'll know once it grows. I pretty much just look at the peppers and they tell me, put this fruit with it. And then that's what happens. Like I was looking at the star fruit at first, but then when I was looking at it, it was like, no, not the star fruit. You want pineapple, because pineapple is going to give you that light, airy, tangy sweetness without a sugariness. And I don't remember what star fruit tastes like, so no, don't use it.
I am very curious about star fruit. I've never
What I wish I could get my fucking hands on is pepino milk. And I cannot find any of that out here, and I'm kind of mad. That was another one of my secret ingredients in my sauces. Why? Because it adds texture. You know what I'm saying? It adds texture without damaging the flavor. Because it's a very lightly flavored milk. It doesn't have any overpowering like super melony taste, but it has a nice texture, and it's good for you know? That's one of the things about hot sauces. They're like a health tonic. I want to make one with aloe, you know, so that it gives you the best of, you know, anti-inflammatory, you know, shit with the superness that you get from aloe, you know, the superfood aspect of it. It does all types of things for your immune system and boost your health, right? And I'm sure, you know, it's gotta work with hot sauces. And I think there's probably a process if you don't cook the sauce. This sauce is cooked obviously because I wanted to make it so I could taste it quickly. So I cooked it, then I put it in the refrigerator so it could cool down enough for it to taste it. Because I don't like tasting hot sauce. You know, hot sauce doesn't always have the right flavor pattern, if you understand what I'm saying, right? So it has to be at least room temperature. So by putting it in the refrigerator, I was able to drop the temperature down to about room temperature, just a little under, and I let it sit out on the counter for a little bit. Bam, room temperature. I don't know why anybody would put hot sauce in the refrigerator. I get upset when I go to people's houses and I see hot sauce in the refrigerator. Like, I've got hot sauce that's 3 years old or older that has never been refrigerated at all, and it's just as good now as it was then, if not better. Now I don't know if hot sauces like ferment any further or whatever. I know some of my hot sauces from 3 years ago that I did what I call sunbrewing have gotten a lot hotter now than they were then. Then there's others that have lost a little bit of their heat but have increased their flavor pattern. So I still haven't figured out how or why that happens or what pattern of ingredients makes that happen, but it does happen from time to time. One thing that doesn't ever happen with my sauces is you get that crusty dry shit floating at the top of it. No, you don't get that. What you do get, however, is separation. You gotta shake that shit the fuck up. You gotta shake it. I do not strain my sauces, folks. If it's a thin sauce, it's a thin sauce because I wanted it to be vinegar heavy, because some pepper sauces are better with the vinegar. Not necessarily a vinegary tasting vinegar, but more liquid nonetheless. Like my fish, like when it comes to fish, I like a lighter, looser hot sauce, you know. One that you need to drip to. Like this one. Kind of does, it doesn't. It's like in between, like Tabasco's thickness and let's say, well, I can't, there's no other hot sauce that I know of that you can buy in the store that's really, really thick.
This bitch had to edit on me.
And I don't know if anybody else here has ever tried Firepot Farms, but he makes sauces so thick, you can turn the bottle upside down and wait for like 5 minutes. If you don't shake that shit, it's not coming out.
Got it.
It's like, no, I'm not. What are you trying to do? Right? What are you trying to do? So, the thing about it is, right? The thing about it is, hot sauce is one of those things to me, like when I first got into making it, I just said to myself, you know, I'm sick and tired of Frank's Red Hot sauce. You know, every single time I go in my fucking cabinet, it's there. And this is what I said to myself, like, probably 3 or 4 years ago when I first made my first bottle. I was like, I'm tired of Frank's. You know, so I looked up how to make hot sauce. You know what I'm saying? I read the ingredients on the bottle, and it was like pepper mash and salt and vinegar. And I was like, well, that's simple enough. How do I make pepper mash? Well, I couldn't make pepper mash, at least not fast enough for me to actually make hot sauce. So I looked up how you make fresh pepper hot sauce. And then I said, well, let me try my own variation on it. So my hot sauces are kind of like a cross between a Louisiana style, a and a Caribbean style hot sauce. Like, I take the best of both of those worlds and I smash it together. And I put my own little flair on it. Like, instead of fermentation, I have a process which I like to call sun brewing. Sort of like you would sun brew iced tea. You sun brew hot sauce, right? I put it in a nice glass jar with whatever, vinegar I'm gonna use. Just a dash of pink Himalayan salt. I'll slice my peppers in half, drop them in, cap it up, and let it sit in the sun. And so I'm tired of it sitting in the sun. Then I blend it, and voila! Peppersauce, baby. And delicious. Delicious. So delicious. Like, you want to cry about not being able to have more of it when you want it. You know? Yeah, like, you'll have me on speed dial. I'll be your hot sauce fucking dealer. You'll call me up in the middle of the night, like, hey, I need another bottle of that Uchu Diavoliccio. And I'll be like, no. You can't have it because I don't have any more. It's sold out. I make small batches, folks. Small batches. I believe that small batch hot sauce is some of the best hot sauces that you'll ever taste, right? Because it's, that batch is not going to be the same as the next batch, even if you use the same ingredients. Sometimes it just doesn't come out that way, And I don't follow recipes per se. I would say I follow my own little, what I would call ingredient list, right? I'll use the same ingredients over again. I might change the amount of fruit, make it less fruit, make it more fruit. Maybe I might use a different type of vinegar. I've used at least like, I don't know, 10 to 15 different types of vinegar. I mean, I've used everything from like cane vinegar to palm vinegar to different balsamic vinegars, wine vinegars, just vinegars, different vinegars, all types of them. The thing that I found is like, I went on this whole thing like making as many flavors as humanly possible, right? And at the time when I first started, the only pepper that was available was habaneros. 2 different types of them, but just those. Then I moved to New Hampshire for a little while, and that's when I got my hands on some Scotch bonnets, Trinidad scorpions, and also Thai chili peppers. So then I just started going crazy. I'd get up early in the morning and shit, start walking around town, all over town, like from east side to east side, like where the Mexicans stayed at. I'd go buy fruits and vegetables there. And I would go over to where the Asians be at, and I'd buy fruits and vegetables there. And I would hit up where the Dominicans stay at, I'd buy fruits and vegetables there. I would go everywhere, different little pockets of, ethnic communities, and I would buy their fruits and peppers. Then I would come home and I would set it all on the table and I would just look at it. Right? And eventually the peppers would start talking. I'd be like, hey. What's up? I've been waiting for you to fucking say something. You've been sitting here for like 20 fucking minutes doing absolutely fucking nothing. It's just looking nice. It's time for you to tell me what I need to do. So, the Scotch bonnets were like, hey, listen, we're good by ourselves or with pretty much anything. How about you mix me with some habaneros and some orange and a little bit of lemon with ginger, root, of course, pink Himalayan salt, and white vinegar. And I did, and I called it Kiss and Color. So, at the time when I started making sauce, I had one sauce, it was called the Blood ChAoS, and I was like happy about that sauce. It's still one of my favorite sauces. I only have 2 bottles of it left. It's the oldest sauce that I have in my collection of hot sauce. And I'm gonna be sad when the last 2 bottles are gone. If they ever go anywhere, I might not let them go anywhere. I might keep them forever and lock them in a bowl so that they can never go anywhere. Reason being is it's very hard for me to get those those ingredients. Those ingredients are, what do I have? Passion fruits, red cactus fruits, lemongrass. I think there's a touch of brown sugar in it. Lemon, red Savino habanero peppers. It's very delicious. very delicious, very unique sauce, you know. But anyway, like I was saying, back then when I first started making that sauce and I made that sauce, there wasn't like a whole lot of options out there for sauces. And then, you know, I looked on Instagram, right? I just really started doing my own thing on Instagram, and I ran into the chicken community. And then I learned there were like literally thousands of different peppers. Thousands. And my mind exploded in my head because I was thinking to myself, dude, I've made like 100 and something sauces with 3 peppers. You mean to tell me there's hundreds of peppers? Really? Hundreds of them. Right? I can make 100 sauces just using peppers and vinegar. I can make 100 sauces just using 1 pepper and several different peppers. Like, fucking possibilities are endless. And to that note, I'm actually working on a pepper sauce for a gentleman in Ohio. I can't remember exactly his town. I think it might be Niles. Anyway, right, I met him through another one of my people's, Pepper Princess, who's out of Washington. She grows peppers. And, you know, I got some seeds from her. Unfortunately, in the transition stage moving and shit, and the plants got shocked by the change in temperature, and they just started dropping leaves, and then eventually they died. And I wasn't happy about that. I was very sad. I was ready to give up, you know, because I was like, yo, every single freaking time I do this shit, you know, they end up dead, right? You know, I've been growing pepper. I've been trying to grow them for a very long time. And it just wasn't happening for me, you know. It wasn't happening for me, and I was upset about that. But this time, you know, I stuck to it. I said, "Fuck it, bro. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna give it a shot." And the first 2 I planted, they were doing okay, and I bought them outside, and I forgot to take the little plastic top off. It was a really hot day, so when I came home, they were dead. They got cooked, like completely cooked. They just fell over and was just like, oh God, why did you do this? What did we ever do to you? Right?
Yeah, I did all my requests.
And of course, again, I got kind of discouraged because I work a lot. You know, I'm going out of the house like 10 hours a day, so I don't have a whole hell of a lot of time dedicated to it. But I do dedicate as much time as I can to them. Check on them in the morning, check on them when I come to work, early in the morning when I come home from work. And you know, Saturdays and Sundays, I give them the attention that they deserve, right? You know, I take care of one of my babies. Pepper babies. Anyway, so I'm really excited about the fact that I'm growing, I think 7 or 8 varieties of pepper that I've never ever tried in my life. Now the Pancho Nasos, I like cooking with those. I don't see myself really making a hot sauce with them. They're not hot enough for me, in my opinion, for sauce, like hot sauce. Definitely good for like salsas, fish, like cooking and stuff like that. I've cooked with them several different times. Love the way they taste in food. They have a nice peppery flavor without it being a hot pepper. I mean, they taste better than bell peppers as far as that type of thing, right? So they're good peppers. The ones, the Italian Black Mambas, I'm really can't wait. Now, I also have some called Dark Bloods. They're these dark purple little peppers. They kind of look like upside down teardrop shaped eggplants. That's kind of what they look like. And when I first put them out there, this plant was laying down like a vine. Right? And I'm sitting here saying, this shit is never gonna do anything. I don't know what I'm doing with this one. It's gonna die, whatever. One day it rained, and then we had a really steamy, muggy night. I came out the next morning, this thing was like 2 feet fucking tall, big as hell, and had already started sprouting. I was like, holy shit. Like, they started sprouting buds, and they haven't stopped. And I don't know what it is I'm doing, or what my neighbor's doing, because he does water them for me when I'm not here. I actually had to tell him to stop watering one day because he was over-watering. But you know, I'm appreciative of the help. Appreciative of it. I'm glad he takes care of it, because I can't always, you know, dedicate the time to it. So, you know, he also grows some stuff out here. So he's got banana peppers, and he's got strawberries, he's got several different types of tomatoes. Roma tomatoes, plum tomatoes, cherry reds, yellow cherries, heirlooms, bell peppers, and there was was something else that he had. I can't remember what it is. So yeah, we have a nice little patch of shit that we're growing here on the little bit of land that we're using. And now that I've been told I can use pretty much as much of the land that's not being used for anything to grow stuff on because they don't care, and it's actually good for beautifying the property. Well, that's what I'm gonna do next year. Hopefully, if I'm still here, I'm gonna grow probably. I'm thinking like 10 plants per variety, and I have about 30 varieties. So about 300 plants. I know what you're saying. Why would you grow that many peppers? What are you gonna do with all those peppers? Well, if people would like to try some of these interesting peppers, they will be available for sale. For sale. I'm not gonna give them away. I'm not gonna give them away. But if you buy a box of peppers, I'll give you 10 of those seeds so that you can try growing them yourself. That's right, I said I'll give you 10 seeds for the purchase of peppers. Now I haven't figured out how much I'm going to sell them for yet. I've got to check the market. I want to be extremely fair. I'm not trying to get rich off of this. I want to share them with the world. Because I plan on developing my own pepper. I'm going to leak the name now. Someone's going to steal it, and that's fine. I don't care. But coming out with our own pepper here, and we're going to call it the ChAoS pepper. Now, someone already has the ChAoS pepper. We'll figure something out, but it's going to be something about ChAoS, and it's going to be a good pepper. I'm not going to tell you what peppers I plan on using, because I don't want someone to beat me to the punch if they haven't already, which they probably have. But hopefully they haven't, because I haven't heard of anybody making any mixes with this particular pepper. And I'll be working with, this is an international project actually, because I'm going to be working with a gentleman who sold me the seeds that I grew now, and has been kind of very helpful. Like, I'm not even going to say kind of, he's been extremely helpful in helping me learn the different signs of what the plant needs, whether it's stressed out, whether you're watering it too much, not watering it enough, if it's crowded. And I do know that mine are crowded because I didn't really have a whole lot of space. I think I had about less than 5 feet by about 2 feet, so about maybe a 6 foot by 2 foot section, which definitely is not enough for as many plants as I planted. I planted about 12 or 14. No. So yeah, I'm extremely happy about everything that's happening with peppers right now. I can't wait to make another sauce and smack people in the face with it. Not really smacking in the face with it. Like, I don't want to hit somebody with a bottle of hot sauce. That would be extremely mean to do that to anybody. To smack them in the face with hot sauce. Right? So I would never do that. But when I say smack them in the face with it, I mean smack them in the face with flavorful deliciousness that you only get here, or maybe from other small batch meats. It all depends on your taste. You know, I'm not saying I'm better than anyone, but I'm damn fucking good. You know, I guarantee it. You'll love my sauce. If you don't, you're probably dead, or you don't have a tongue, or your taste buds are retarded, or have slipped into a permanent coma, and that's understandable. So let me stop this stream, folks, because I just want to let you all know that today is the day, and tomorrow as well, because I have Monday off. I took the day off, a little vacation, maybe to get things in order in the household. But yeah, it's gonna be some streams. That episode of Depraved is gonna be out this Sunday. I recorded it. I'm still working on the editing. There was a little bit of a problem with my subscription. That's all taken care of, so now I can go ahead and use the effects that I want to use, that I usually would use in this type of production. So I hope you guys forgive me for the delay. It's been delayed. But we got some more gaming streams coming up. I think we might hop on some GTA and act fools. And then we might try this game that we just got yesterday called Insurgency Sandstorm, which I was told that I started playing yesterday, but I don't remember it at all. I remember downloading it and getting ready to play and saying, why does everybody look the way they look, whereas other people, and then I don't remember anything waking up in my chair, just kind of like how I'm sitting now. And then I lay down and went to sleep again. But that's neither here nor there, folks. What is here is that we will be streaming live tonight some gaming. So if you got nothing else to do, come on in and join the party. Take care of yourselves and try spicy stuff. Just some of my hot sauce would be nice. If you're interested at all in how you can get your hands on a bottle of this Uchu Diavoliccio when I do make the batch, just hit me up at noorderwithoutchaos ts@gmail.com and I will, know how many bottles I would have to make if anybody's interested. And they're not going to be super expensive. I promise you that. 5-ounce bottle is not going to cost you any more than $10. Maybe shipping and $10. Depends on how much shipping is, I'm not sure. But no more than $10 for the actual bottle of hot sauce. I might even drop it down to $8 because why not? I want you to get this bottle of hot sauce so you can taste it. And it's gonna be worth it, I promise you. I promise you. No additives, no preservatives, all natural. And vegans can eat it. They can even eat it. That's right, vegans, you can have some of my hot sauce. There's no animal products in it at all. None at all. Straight up, 100% all natural, vegan friendly hot sauce.